You're listening to Noona Ya Business Podcast, episode 6, titled I Don't Want to Sound Dramatic, but with your hosts, Becca and Megan, where we go over all the ways K-dramas and K-pop have blessed our lives. Today, we try to get Megan out of a dry heat music video, learn how K-dramas can get you through your second puberty, and Megan recalls a time she blessed a criminal with hundreds of K-pop and K-drama gifs. That's what you're in for today on Noona Ya Business.
I can tell you a story. We don't have to include
Tell
this,
me a
but
story.
I'll tell you a story. So we're talking, so have you been listening to anything specific lately?
BTS stuff.
Okay, same. And do you know the song? I think it's called Hold Me Tight or something like that.
I don't think
it's
I know
when
that
they
song.
go, do you trust me? Do you trust
Oh, yeah.
me? Okay,
yeah.
so no kidding. It's like I can't listen to that song without at least once whispering, yes. After one section of Do You Trust Me's. I do it. I was like alone in the car on my way here. They're like, do you trust me? Do you trust me? Yes.
Yes.
I trust you. I really wanted to tell you that
I'm
story.
glad to know that you're happy. And I'm sure you saw my Twitter, but my son was scrolling through Instagram.
Amazing. Did he say it like he was disgusted?
He was so disappointed. He was like, oh yeah, Mom, look. And he kept going and going and going. And all of a sudden he goes, ugh, this one's in English.
Casey's the best.
I told my husband, I'm raising my kids right.
Yep.
They are appreciating other
They're
cultures.
They're ahead of the game in the Midwest. I love it.
So I guess, do you know what time it is?
What time is it?
It's time for our K-Pop Corner.
Ooh.
I'm going to give you some rapid fire questions to start the podcast.
I'm ready.
They're K-pop related.
Am I ready? Are they trivia?
They're not trivia.
Thank God.
They're just personal opinion
questions. Okay.
questions.
I'm going to answer them and then immediately regret my answers and wish that I had answered differently.
Well, you stumped me last week, so I tried to get creative.
Your
with some
answers
of
were
my
so
questions.
good, though. I was so impressed with yours. Okay.
Okay. If you had to move in to a rooftop apartment with one K-pop group, who would your new roommates be? Go.
Ooh, whole group?
Whole group.
Oh.
Tiny rooftop apartment.
Oh. I'm going to tell you my instinct.
Go.
My instinct was GOT7.
I could see that.
I feel like they would be very fun roommates.
They would be really fun. Oh, like their behind the scenes dance
Yes.
practice videos. Their apartment's really cute.
I think they would be super fun.
They would be fun.
Obviously,
Some
my
good-looking
other
roommates
answer
that
wanted
you
to be
picked.
like I was going to pick girls. This is my rooftop apartment. I'm
This
either
is my
living with
fantasy
GOT7 or BTS. Why didn't I pick BTS? I don't know. I feel like they'd never be home. Neither would
smell
GOT7,
bad.
though. They're having a comeback, too.
Yeah, I don't know. They practice a lot. It would
I just
smell bad.
I feel
There'd
like
be laundry
I feel like
everywhere.
I've known GOT7 longer, so I feel more comfortable living
They're
with
like
them.
that nice neighbor next door that
Yeah.
you've always been around.
Yes.
Yeah.
Who I feel safe with and I trust.
I like that.
They
That's a
make
great
me
answer.
happy. I love GOT7. I love you, GOT7.
All right. Last K-pop song you listened to before we did this podcast. Go.
Oh, it
This
might have
doesn't
been
count.
I think it was still Mic Drop Remix in my car. I had it. I just purchased it because I hadn't bought it yet.
Oh.
Which sometime we should talk about. Do we like the original better than the remix?
The remix.
I kind of like
Plus,
the original
there's
better.
more than one remix. There's the Steve Aoki remix,
Well, and
which
there's
the
the-
music video is.
Yeah.
And then there's one featuring Designer, which is
So
different.
it's the same. So
they
Stevie
just cut out
Aoki,
different parts?
Yeah, because Designer's not in the video. So the video version with Stevie Aoki is just different than the one you hear on the radio. And so some of the members' parts are switched too. And I miss J-Hope and Suga's parts at the beginning in the remix with Designer. So I wish that they had a recording of the video version.
yes.
No offense against Designer, but I would prefer that.
Yeah.
I
That's
tend
all
to
listen
like the
Yeah.
original. Yeah. I guess I picked the original.
All right. If you had to live in one K-pop music video for the rest of your life, what music video would you
These
pick?
are so hard. Oh my God. I'm seriously blanking. I can't even think of a single music video.
All the ones that I'm thinking of would be terrifying to live
Yeah.
in.
For some reason, I was thinking of Drip Drop, that Taemin song.
Oh, yeah.
But that's just like a desert. It's just pretty, and he's a good dancer, so I feel like I could sit and watch him dance in the dry heat for the rest of eternity.
Or the dry heat.
It looks like a very dry heat. It's a desert. So, it's a beautiful landscape. Not sure about the food situation or anything else. Other than that...
That could be Death Valley.
Why is
for
that
all
the,
you know?
It's like the only thing I can think of. I cannot think of
I
a
was thinking
single
for
other
sure
video.
you'd pick like Serendipity.
Oh, yeah,
because
of
it's
course
so,
I would. Okay,
so sunny
sorry.
and warm.
Time out. Erase my answer. I actually do want to crawl into Serendipity and live. Me and Jimin just telling stories under the sheets for the rest of our lives. It's the
Cuddled
most
up
beautiful
with the
thing
little
ever.
moochie that
We've
he is.
already just established that I'm obsessed with that song, and partially I'm obsessed with that song because that video is so incredible. Yeah, 100%, it would be Serendipity. I'm an idiot.
It's too late. I get Serendipity. You get Drip Drop.
I don't want to go to Drip Drop. I don't want to be in the desert. Why did I pick that? It is one of my favorite videos, but again, it's just the desert. It's literally just him dancing in the desert. I suck
I
at
would
this.
love to
I
write you
suck at
like
this game.
correspondence, being like to Megan in the dry heat.
Dry heat desert.
From
I thought you were
Becca
gonna say
under the covers
you're gonna
with
start
Jimin.
just writing fan fictions of me being stuck in music videos. So it's just like living in. Please do that.
I think those would be fan fictions everybody would want
Megan's
to read.
just, it's like the magic school
Megan's
bus.
miserable
but
in the dry heat.
Which music video did Megan get stuck in today?
If you're like a choose your own adventure.
It's Bebe. You better run. Like any of the main videos would be terrifying because like
watch out for the questionable art.
Yeah.
Watch out for whatever Top has in
whatever
his hand.
he's doing. That weird planet where they're just chasing you around. I love that video too. That's probably one of my favorite videos also. What's the loser video? I do not want to be stuck in that one.
It looks very
Somebody's
unsettling.
trying to kill everyone in that video.
It's very
This
unsettling.
question is great.
Thank you. Right? Does that make your
seriously-
mind go to a thousand
I think we should
places?
scrap the podcast and just do a YouTube series where you and I are stuck in music videos.
what
It'll be
we
cartoons.
do.
It'll be like stop motion animation.
Hey, Pixar, are you taking notes?
Yeah, we got gold over here. Oh gosh. Serendipity, final answer. I never said anything else.
Yes. I'll accept it.
Thank
Just
you.
this once.
Thank you.
You can visit, but I still claim it as my own.
Yeah.
All right, if you were getting married and you had to pick your maid of honor, but she has to be a K-pop idol, or you could pick a group to be your bridesmaids, who would you pick?
Well, you get me with the girl group questions.
I know.
Because I am sadly lacking when it comes to girl groups. Red Velvet is my favorite girl group. I don't know the members that well. Like I know our
You
guy
can pick
groups.
all of them.
So I guess I would just go
You know
with
what?
all
Let's
of
make this
them.
question more fun then. If you had to pick a man of honor, let's do this. A man of honor, a groom, and one to
Oh my
and one
gosh.
to walk you down the aisle and give you away.
Well, Jin obviously would walk me down the aisle. Even though he's significantly younger than me.
So a groom.
Could JYP walk me down the aisle? Groom. Oh, Becca, this sucks.
You asked me hard questions last week. I just feel like I'm just repaying the favor.
God, this is our entire hour is going to be me trying to decide who I'm marrying.
I know who you're probably leaning towards, and my initial reaction is he's still a baby. You'd have to be more of a mom, probably.
Yeah, it's rough.
But you can pick him.
I want Daesung from Big Bang to be my man of honor.
He would be a great man of honor.
I want him to sing at the wedding too because he's the best voice of all
Can you
time.
imagine if Daesung was your wedding vocalist?
Yes, I can. So I got to marry somebody rich enough to book Daesung.
Or be in his band.
I'm gonna say,
Or just a close friend.
Oh, that's true. I probably, if forever, I'm gonna pick RM. I feel like that would be a very healthy relationship.
I would love to
obviously.
see the gifts you'd get at a wedding like this. If RM is the groom, Daesung is your man of honor,
JYP's
and
walking you down the
JYP
aisle.
is walking you down the aisle.
Hey, we've got somebody from. Oh, we don't have anybody from SM. Is it Red Velvet SM?
I think so.
Yeah, so we literally have all of our
covered all
agencies
the
covered.
groups.
We're uniting the K-pop world.
Yep. That's what we're here for.
Yeah.
That's what we were put on this earth to do. Yes.
At my wedding.
At your wedding.
Oh.
So today's podcast, now that K-Pop Corner is done, you
fun.
passed with flying colors.
I feel stressed out. I feel like I
Are
don't
you
love
sweating
it.
profusely?
Yeah.
Last week
Literally
after you did it with
always.
me, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm
Why am
sweating.
I so
I answered
hot?
these incorrectly. We thought it would be fun today just to do a podcast on, I feel like the curiosity between our family and friends is growing the more that we get into this and talk about it.
They're becoming slightly more accepting.
I think so. And I think a lot of the questions we get is, why do you like it so much? Like, how does it make your life better?
Because that's what we always tell people.
Yeah.
No, it legitimately made our lives
I don't
better.
want to sound dramatic, but it 100% enhanced my life.
It's funny because we were going through old texts, Becca and I, we're talking 2015, 2014.
Like two or 3 years ago.
Just laughing at them. And one of them, you wrote, some of my favorite sentences of yours start with, I don't want to be dramatic, but. So we say that a lot too.
And we should post it, if I can find it.
Yeah.
I know I sent it to you. Megan, on like September 8th of 2015, maybe, texted me and said, I'm in the car with my family. We're listening to podcasts. I should start a K-pop, K-drama podcast. We would have so much fun.
It only took us 2 years.
And I told her it only took us 2 years.
We did it. Here we
you know
are.
What? It happened. We're
And
making it happen.
We're doing it pretty regularly.
We've done it weekly now for
That's impressive.
3 weeks.
Once we got rid of the holidays.
Yeah.
So, not to pat
Those
ourselves on the back.
pesky holidays.
I don't want to be dramatic, but we're amazing. So why were you not going to be dramatic? Oh yeah, because it makes our
life. Now all I want to do is get a sweatshirt or a t-shirt that just says, I don't want to be dramatic, ... But.
That's our new catchphrase.
So we thought it would be fun to do a whole podcast dedicated to the ways that our love of Korean dramas and K-pop music has made our lives better. So we came up with a little bit of a list. We're just kind of
we're winging it.
Go with it today.
Yeah.
Winging it. It's my motto. That's absolutely my motto most days.
Yeah, the Becca story.
You just kind of jump in. Go for it. So the first thing that we came up with in the 5 seconds that we had before we pushed the record button was, it just makes us happy. And there are so many avenues here that we could go down. But for me, I mean, I'm a busy person. I even hate that word. I'm trying to like banish the word busy from my dictionary because I feel like it's whatever. It's just not a positive word anymore. But, you know, I have kids. I'm developing a business. Like, I have things happening. And for me, K-dramas and K-pop is just this amazing little vacation that I can go on at any point in the day. Usually I watch it right before I go to bed. It's just something, it's a way for me to unwind. It's this happy alternate universe that I can jump into and just kind of unplug.
It's again, this sounds dramatic, but it's something to live for. So it's something to look forward to. It's something you know that you have waiting for you. And I think we all have those things. I mean, sports, whatever. We all have those things. And ours just happened to be in this one really specific genre, but it's partially because the genre is huge and there's just so much content and so much new stuff all the time that it's like a surprise every day. It's like Christmas presents every couple of weeks when they're going to announce new shows or new albums and comebacks. Just like, yes, I have this whole beautiful world ahead of me that I haven't even seen yet. And I have an anecdote, Becca.
Let's hear it. Slap it on me.
2015 again. I had to work on a weekend, and I didn't usually work weekends at that point. And I got called in. There was a blizzard the night before. A tree fell on my car. I still had to go to work. I had to walk like 3 blocks in feet and feet and feet of snow to meet a reporter to pick me up and drive me to work. Went to work, spent the whole day. It was miserable. Had to have somebody drive me home in a giant truck so that I could get home. And when I got home, I had a glass of wine and I watched Finding Mr. Destiny with Gong Yoo. And I quite literally will never forget the feeling that I had when I sat down on my couch and pressed play on that movie, because it was like everything was okay. Yep. I could just let go of the day. I had this thing that made me extremely happy. And it's like I could just forget about being angry all day. I feel like that happens all the time. It's such a good stress release.
I also have a fun story for you.
Ooh, I love it.
So this week, I've been doing a lot of school functions. And another school mom, who I adore, she's great, was telling me how she had gotten up and run 8 miles because that was her time. And I was like, oh, honey. I was like, let me introduce
her time
you
for sadness
to K-dramas.
Yeah.
Now that is some quality you time.
Don't hurt yourself. What are you doing?
Why are you torturing yourself?
And she said, yes, please, right away. Show me where to go.
I don't even remember what she said. I think she looked at me like I was crazy, like most people do, but I was like, you do not know what you're missing.
Yeah, a woman at work was telling me she's watching a telenovela on Netflix and she really likes it, and she was saying, oh yeah, I totally understand you can watch something even though you don't speak the language. And I said, you should try K-dramas. And she was like, no, I'm good. Really? Just gonna say no like that? Give it a chance, man.
If you're already watching telenovelas, I don't understand.
You're fine with subtitles.
How it's that different.
It's so worth it.
Yeah.
Some
We've
people
talked about this before, how people are obsessed with, I will use my husband as an example, and I don't frown upon this at all, but he loves old WWE wrestling, anything. Like there's the WWE network and he can pull up any match from anything, and it's his way of reliving his childhood and watching these. It's like a home video for him. He loves it. But I'm like, I don't understand necessarily how that's that much different than what I'm doing either.
No.
Like, it's a whole world, and the more you dig in, the more you find, and there's been so much developed since then. It's just this never-ending universe that you can just disappear into.
All sports.
It's
Quite
great.
honestly. We were talking about the Super Bowl today, and there was this 70-year-old man who's broke down in tears because he's got tickets to go see the Eagles. The team, not the band. Although that probably is a thing that has happened also. And I'm thinking to myself, that's awesome. He's so passionate about something and he loves it so much. But how come everybody's like, oh, look how cute he is? Whereas if I was screaming my head off because I got tickets to go see Winner or something, people would be like, what's wrong with you? You're a weirdo. I'd be like, the same thing. It's exactly the same thing to me. I don't get the difference.
And here's my favorite. I have no shame in my K-drama game. And somebody the other day said something like, oh, you watch K-dramas. Is that like your guilty pleasure? And I was like, there's no guilt in this pleasure.
No.
Like, there's no guilt at all.
It's not only my guilty, quote-unquote, pleasure. It is the only pleasure I take in life sometimes. And that's...
I mean, we don't
not
want to sound dramatic.
But I live for this stuff.
I just think it's the best.
I do too.
I don't even know what else to say. It's just like you said.
It makes us happy.
Some days, if there's something... my schedule gets mixed up or somebody can't pick up one of my kids and it's just like, it's like my whole world gets turned upside down and my whole day turns out differently than what I was hoping for. It's like you said, I like knowing at the end of the day, oh, I have this one great thing that genuinely never disappoints me.
Never.
And it's waiting for me.
And it will always be there if I need it.
Yeah, so I just have to get
like
through this. And
drugs. We sound like we're talking about drugs.
We do sound like we're talking about drugs. I feel like, dude, have you tried BTS?
Okay, so another girl at my work is getting into BTS, and I've been telling Becca all about her, and I feel like a pusher because I'm just like, oh, you like that, huh? You're gonna really like this. And she's just falling down the rabbit hole, and I'm just pulling her along, even though I know.
Megan,
I know what happens next.
You are my favorite Jungkook dealer.
I am good at it. Oh, I know the video you need to see. And then it's like Jungkook laughing for 15 minutes.
And you know what? I click play and I don't stop watching.
And then you watch it again because it's good to see it twice.
Because 3 minutes in was really funny.
It was.
So yeah. So I would just say in general, happiness.
Yes.
It just makes us happy.
It's a happy pill.
So when we had pitched doing this podcast idea, I was thinking like, how have I made myself better because of watching K-dramas and listening to K-pop? And so we came up with a few self-care topics.
Which you're probably thinking, what are you talking about? That doesn't make sense. No, it really does make sense.
It's legitimate.
We have actual examples. So you can start, Becca.
Okay. So for me personally, skincare. I'm not saying that I look great right now. It's the end of the day.
You do
and I
look
have
great though.
No makeup on.
And you still look great.
But I have started taking very good care of my skin ever since watching K-dramas because it's something that it's in like every plot of every K-drama ever.
Mm-hmm. And they spotlight a lot of products too, which I am falling for it.
I love all of them. Mm-hmm. And so we always joke. I know I posted a picture on Facebook once and our friend Irene had commented, like, you look so young or something. You look like you're barely 20 years old or something. And I commented because my friends care about my skin, because for Christmas, all we do is buy each other skincare products.
We do. Just face masks and stuff.
I love it. And it's not just my skin, but it's like when you see these K-dramas where they go to a Korean spa and they're exfoliating, or I don't know, there's like a million ways. They're just relaxing. They're investing in rest in their life. I think it's great. And honestly has really made me question, do I take good enough care of myself?
Well, and I feel like, I'm not sure if this is the same for you, but I feel like my love of K-dramas also coincided with the period of time in my life where I went from my 20s to my 30s. Mm-hmm. And if you're not 30 yet, something they don't tell you about turning 30 is that it's like second puberty. So I got like all these weird kinds of acne when I turned 28, 29, and yeah, I'm like very sweaty again. It's all these things that I thought I was done with when I was 18. No, it all comes back. Did you get that when you turned 30?
I don't remember, but I was having kids.
And that
so
changes
my body
stuff
was
too.
doing all sorts of weird things.
So I produced nothing except cystic acne and like gland problems.
And I love how we joke. It's not a joke. It's true. When we started texting each other right before I got into K-dramas, I would say 90% of what we're texting each other is like weird skin spots.
Yeah, like what is this thing?
Like,
should I see a doctor?
Is this eczema or is this a rash?
Oh yeah, I got eczema too when I turned like 28, and that was the thing I had never had.
So listen to your unis, guys.
Yeah,
this
you
is
should
what you
just
have to look
be ready, because it goes downhill quick. But I will say that I feel like maybe a while ago I would have been like, well, this is just my life now. I have cystic acne. I'm not going to do anything about it. But I do. I'm sorry. It also, so in other ways that it's just like puberty, I also am obsessed with boy bands again. That helps also. And I don't go to sleep until 4 a.m. But anyway, but no, Becca's right. You do start to watch and you think, okay, these people, they're like these actresses, their skin is amazing. Mm-hmm. What are they doing? You start to research it. It's not hard to take care of yourself. I feel so much better when I'm investing a little bit of time and money into my to my well-being.
It's the only way that I can relate to the school mom who's like, oh, I run for me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, I take 5 minutes at night to put on a skincare mask and I leave it on for 30 minutes.
And
Does that count?
It is relaxing. I feel like that's a
is.
huge part of it, is that you have to sit still. You can't do anything. Just
Yeah.
sit. Well, it's actually,
Honestly, you can't even like talk because
and
it kind of falls off your face. You
yeah,
literally
you
just
can't
have
move
to
at
sit.
all.
Yeah.
But that's another reason that K-dramas have enhanced happiness, is because I feel like you can't do other stuff. I'm sure we've touched on this before. You have to watch them because you have to pay attention to them. So you have to be invested in it. You can't be doing 10,000 other things while you're watching, unless you're Becca and you've already watched another Oh Hey Young 14 times. And so you know it by heart.
It actually plays into what I actually had on my notes next, is that the only time that I watch K-dramas are when I'm on the treadmill or I go to bed early. I quote unquote go to bed, but I'm laying down, like I'm resting and I'm watching
such
K-dramas.
a good way to end the day.
It is. And you're right. You have to 100%, all your senses are involved. You have to be focused.
And I know they say you shouldn't look at a screen before you go to bed, but let's be honest, that's done.
Yeah.
It's 2018. We look at screens 1,000% of the time. Mm-hmm. I've tried so many times to just be like, okay, well, I'm going to read a book. I'm not going to read a book.
It's not going to happen.
Who do I think I am?
Look of disgust on her face.
You know what I did before K-dramas? I read books. Honestly, I read so many books. The year before I got into K-dramas, on my lunch break, I read books the whole time. I read like 17 books that year. I haven't read a book since.
Somewhere, your literature teacher is slowly dying.
I know, she knew there was no hope for me. But I also feel like I still read constantly. It's just that I'm reading subtitles on a screen.
Exactly.
So it's still a workout for your brain.
So really, you would say that she prepped you for your K-drama.
She made me ready for K-dramas, and for that I say thank you.
That's God's work
to
right there.
the English department at my high school. You're all heroes. Thank you. You know who you are.
So I would say that, yeah, that's a huge improvement in my life. Also, they are obsessed. I feel like obsessed is the right word, with eating well and drinking water and like working out. It's in every K-drama.
There are a ton of
and in some K-dramas, they mention it in like every episode. Like, are you eating well?
It was like eating all your meals too.
Yeah. Did you eat your vegetables today?
Like, yeah, I should take a second and eat something.
I should go get a carrot.
Yeah. And I won't say that for me, it doesn't make me inspired to work out, but it does make my workouts more bearable. Because again, I think in a previous podcast I said I'll turn on Try Not to Laugh K-pop videos and get through my yoga because I can watch those.
Oh, you're making me think of one of my... it's Fated to Love You. Megan, did you finish Fated to Love You?
I did finish Fated to Love You.
Okay,
I know how it ends.
You may know what I'm saying here. But there's scenes where he has to try to convince the lead's mom to let him marry her.
Yes.
And so every time they like approach the mom, she's going for a walk. Or she's like on these intense trails and he's like working out and he's like, you see, I'm strong. And he's like doing push-ups and pull-ups.
On those exercise machines.
Yeah, like all these like gymnastic bars in the park. And
yeah.
It's so funny, but it's just, I love every minute of it. Because I'm like, you're right. I didn't move enough today, so I'm going to get up and go move. I don't know.
It just encourages you. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think it normalizes it. It makes it seem like it's not something you do once in a while. It's something you should do every day.
Right.
So if anything, it makes me feel guilt.
Hey,
you know what? It's
whatever
fine.
does it, I guess.
Yeah, I gotta get to the gym somehow.
Guilt is a strong motivator in my life in other ways. So, amen, sister.
We'll take it.
Yeah.
And I know the number one reason that Megan loves the self-care area here is fashion.
Oh yes, it made me. It reignited my interest in fashion because again, when I was in college and right out of college, I paid so much attention to what I wore. Because I took a genuine interest, and I wear kind of quirky outfits. It's not really mainstream. It's probably a little weird to some people the way I dress, but
I would say this is a weird way of describing your fashion sense. I think it's like a boho chic.
I'll take that.
Where it's almost like a bohemian, like a really
like a little
stylish, high class,
a little trendy
bohemian style.
Yeah, it's definitely.
She always looks amazing. It's sickening because she comes to my house after work and she looks flawless. Tonight's another example.
I did mention that I'm very sweaty.
Meanwhile, I'm wearing like a sweatshirt that my baby has puked on, and I'm still wearing yoga maternity pants.
They look great on you. You look amazing. Self-love, Becca.
Self-love.
You look great.
Thank you. Your fashion sense, though, is something I aspire to.
And it did falter over. I feel like you just reach a point where you're going to work every day. Mm-hmm. You sit at a desk every day.
Who cares? These people don't care.
Yeah. And nobody cares. No one cares. And no one cares about fashion, I don't feel like, at my work right now. I used to have a couple coworkers who we would always be like, oh my God, you look so cute. Let's talk about our outfits. I don't have anyone like that anymore. So I'll feel really cute and I'll walk in and no one will say anything. And I'll have to text somebody a picture and be like, tell me I look cool. Because I know I do. So anyway, yeah. But, there's not really a strict dress code at my work. So I can get away with jeans and a sweater, jeans and a t-shirt all the time. And K-dramas, they just inspire me fashion-wise. Because also South Korea is at least 6 months ahead of the U.S. on trends. Oh, no matter what. Like those dip-dyed frayed jeans, we saw those a year and a half ago. Mm-hmm. The bell sleeves, which I am sporting today.
She's flapping them all over. They look great.
They do look like waves.
No, every time you move your hand, I'm like, God, she looks like she's flying. It's so pretty.
Oh, it's just, they are always way ahead of the game. And it's like everything Oh Hae Young was wearing in 2015 or whenever that show came out, a year later, we saw it in all the collections in the U.S. So,
which makes me laugh because in Love and Trouble or Suspicious Partner or whatever you want to call it.
Yes.
The lead actress, too. Do you remember some of her pajamas? She would wear these pajamas with like cut out shoulders, but bows. And I was like,
how do you sleep on that?
I don't even go to church that dressed up. Like, it's so impressive.
K-drama pajamas are either realistic, which is like a gigantic t-shirt with holes in it and leggings, or they are quite literally ball gowns like your daughter was wearing tonight.
Yeah, my daughter, Megan, came over. My kids were getting ready for bed, and my daughter was wearing a like Little Mermaid it was awesome. Princess dress.
I'm 100% jealous. She was
sleeping
like
all night.
Satin.
She loves those things.
It was like satin and tulle.
Oh yeah,
she looked
layers.
Amazing. Oh, it looked so cool.
Yeah,
I didn't look that good on prom night, so it was really cool. And yeah, I go home. Honestly, the pants I'm sleeping in right now are so full of holes. I can't believe that I still have them. And they stretch out
so
fast.
Are they from a BTS music video?
No, they're not cool holes. Sorry, I should specify. They're probably from where my cat clawed me and the like crappy fabric just ripped.
We lead really extravagant lifestyle.
We do. Try not to get too jealous, everybody. We're killing it.
So another way that we feel our lives have been blessed in this K-drama, K-pop world.
We really are cool. I just want to say.
So the whole reason we started this podcast was to give a voice to people who love this stuff.
Right.
And have nobody to talk to.
No outlet.
And we're like, come talk to us. We talk about it all the time anyway.
Yeah.
Let's just record ourselves talking about it, and maybe it'll make somebody out there not feel so lonely.
Yeah.
And that makes me feel like I'm doing something nice, because if I didn't have you, I would be so lonely loving all this stuff.
We were just talking about that, how this girl who's starting to listen to BTS, we're able to kind of guide her to what to watch. And we were saying, oh, I wish I'd had somebody like that for me, because it was like a treasure hunt. It was fun. And I'm happy that I took the long way. But I remember trying to find K-pop music, because all I could do was go on YouTube and just search K-pop. I didn't know who the groups were. I didn't know what to look up. I had no idea. I didn't know how diverse and broad all the genres were. I just didn't know. It's like I just didn't know what I was getting myself into.
Well, I think that's where I was going with this, because...
Sorry, I interrupted you.
No, that's perfect, because it fits in perfectly with we want to help people who are closeted fans.
Yeah.
And we're not selling ourselves well at all with this podcast. We're
fun and cool.
We kind of take care of our broken bodies.
We've given up on our dreams.
We hate what we do. Now that we're in our 30s.
Because we're so old. I will say, we could definitely, if you saw us, we could be in our late 20s.
Crying.
Weird. But this is...
Megan loves fashion, but you should see her holy pajama pants.
They're disgusting. They're so bad.
We should someday just do a podcast. I will wear my sweet maternity yoga pants. You can
I'll wear my holy
pajama
pants. You should also know something about me. Fun fact about me. I'm a hoarder. So that's why I still have them. But anyway.
I'm seriously crying. I have to wipe the tears from my eyes.
I don't know if this is where you were going to go next, but I feel like this works well. So one of the things I had on my list for the ways it's improved my life is my friendships. And that's not all of my friendships. Do I have friends who are kind of weirded out and not into the K-pop stuff? Yeah, I do. And I'm sure they still love me. But, we have less in common than we did. Mm-hmm. But with you... I mean, I'm convinced you and I we were already really close, and we were going to be the best of friends no matter what. But this is just taking it to a new level. It's been amazing.
Yeah. We were, so, not spoiler. I don't know why I keep saying spoiler. It's a K-drama podcast, so I'm so nervous I'm going to say something and ruin somebody's drama. So it just comes out of my mouth.
Here's just, for always... We might spoil stuff. We are bad at... We are just going to do it.
We'll try to put it in the show
If it's been out for more than a year, then we don't even feel bad.
Well, if you ever read my text message thread with Megan, this is a spoiler, so I don't want you to get spoiled. But last night we were going through... We had started talking about something funny we had texted each other years ago, and so we were trying to find it, and I was scrolling and scrolling and scrolling, and my thumb is in a cast today. Not really, but it was scrolling so intensely trying to find it. And I was just like, oh my gosh, my life would be so much it would be so much emptier.
We talk so much. Yes,
we love it. It's so funny.
Our friend Irene, who we talk about all the time, she and I were close when I lived in Boston, but we kind of lost touch because, I moved away. But then she saw I posted something on Becca's wall, or Becca posted something on my Facebook wall about a K-drama, and she wrote, oh my God, you watch K-dramas? I didn't even know that she liked them. So we've reconnected with her, and I've got this great friend that I had in Boston has returned as a part of my life. We've gone on trips together. I'm so grateful for it, because it is such a fun way to celebrate all this stuff in our lives that make us happy. And I feel like, we're so much closer, and I'm super grateful.
What I kind of examine, because I like to get analytical sometimes, other people that I know and who their best friends are and what they talk about. Sometimes I'm almost concerned, where I'm like, you are drawn together by something so negative. You both hate your job and that's why you're friends. Or you both hate
the same people.
Yeah, and I'm like, the thing that draws me with you is it's just, this is the one thing that makes us so happy.
Love and
so it's
happiness.
Always happy and
super positive.
Love it. Yeah. It's the best.
It's been a really... You're a blessing to me.
Oh, Megan.
Irene, you're a blessing to me, Irene.
And Megan was the one who introduced me to K-pop, so really...
I'm a blessing to all of you.
You're kind of the foundation here of this house.
You're welcome.
I wouldn't be the walls, because I'm not pretty. I wear unattractive things. Come
on.
I would be the plumbing.
Got holes in it.
The useful thing, that like makes everything run well.
You're the plumber.
And Irene can be the
rest of the
siding
house.
and all the pretty furnishings. And
She covers us.
yeah, Megan's just that solid, sturdy foundation.
I'm that concrete floor, baby. I got
Cold,
you.
hard.
I am the basement. The lowest of the low.
So I love that. But yeah, if you're listening and you don't have a friend to talk to, this seriously, we're say
here.
it. We're not kidding.
No.
Genuinely, go to Twitter, go to Facebook, at our accounts. Start talking to us. We love to talk to people about this stuff.
Yeah.
It just makes our day.
It's all we want to talk about all the time. There are times when Becca hasn't texted me by like 9 a.m. So I just text like, hey, and she knows that means send me something funny about K-pop.
I
Hey, what you
remember one
doing?
time my phone got stolen.
Oh my god.
And
oh my god.
Like, I forget how many days I had to go without a phone because I had to wait for insurance and a police report, and it was this whole thing. But before Megan knew my phone was stolen, I think you said you had texted me like you haven't texted me in 12 hours. What is wrong with you?
And it's not funny because crime is not funny. And it was a horrible thing that happened to you. But it's so funny to think of the things that I sent to that phone, and whoever stole it was like, who is this girl? Because I'm sure some of it was like mildly inappropriate. I'm sure there were tons of pictures and gifs. I just know that they were very confused. So, hey,
you know what?
if the
Serves
person
you
that
right.
stole Becca's phone is listening to this, we'll never forgive you because those texts were probably important. I was probably really bored.
You know what? It's okay. So this is not on top. Well, it's kind of on topic. We were at church the other day, and I was thinking, you know what? I really hope the person who stole my phone, like, needed that. I hope they needed it. I hope they sold it for money
reason.
and they put food on their table. Like, I was trying to think of all the reasons why it would be a blessing for my phone to get stolen. And then I thought about all the messages that you sent.
I totally forgot
And I was
about
like,
that.
you blessed that person. Whoever stole my phone, like,
I
it
hope
was a blessing
I
that
hope
they got
you
that phone
enjoyed
that
all
day.
those K-drama texts. I hope it. You know what? Maybe they saw them. They were like, I wonder what this is about.
I know.
Went to YouTube.
You know what? I should watch Shopping King
And
Louis.
now they're as into this as we are. So really, we did ruin their lives.
Yes. So congratulations. I hope you watched the Reply
I hope
1988
you'll-
to the end and you
and
didn't
you
know
were
how it was going to end.
So upset. You never got over it. That's your curse.
It's your own fault. So the last area, we're doing so well.
We are.
We're just winging it. We said that it has enhanced our life purely through social media.
100%. I say 100% a lot.
That's fine.
I just realized that about myself in the last few days.
I think it's a good thing.
100%.
It's like the emoji that my husband doesn't understand on the
100
iPhone.
emoji.
He's always like, what does that mean? And I was like, it's like when Megan sends me a... It's like when Megan sends me like a video or a really attractive Instagram post from somebody from South Korea that we just adore, and I'm like, yeah, 100. And he's like, that makes no sense.
It's
And I was
like-
it does make sense.
It does make sense. It's like the best.
Yeah.
It got 100.
It's like A+.
It's like an A+. It's
like
the best.
Dabong.
Dabong. It's 100, but there's no extra credit, so you can't get over 100.
Yeah, it's the perfect emoji.
I
for
like it a
anything.
lot. I don't, until you said it out loud, I never thought about whether or not I understood it, but it just kind of made sense to me. There are some emojis that sometime I'm going to show them to you, and I want you to tell me what they mean, because I don't know.
All right.
There are a lot of different,
Speaking of this, we have a challenge for you. Megan and I used to play this game all the time where I would send you emojis that were just
yeah, it's so fun.
that were just emojis, and by looking at the emojis I sent, she had to guess what K-drama title I was referring
Becca
to.
is the queen of this game.
Because Megan, I would think,
I don't
for
remember
sure,
this.
I've killed this game. Like, I've just got 5 right here that she's never going to guess. And she'd guess them all. And then she would send back, like, at one point you sent the boy emoji on top of a flower emoji. And it was like, boys over flowers.
Yeah.
The one, you just sent pasta. And I was like, I'm never going to get this one, Megan.
See, you are good at it because I could guess them. So you obviously gave me good clues. And I'm sure they were really complicated too. I'm sure it was like a bunch of ghosts and a necklace and
It's too
a
much
sunshine.
fun.
Yeah.
It's a challenge. If you have a friend that you can text, I'm telling you,
It's really
give
fun.
Give them a little play-by-play of what the game is, and then start texting. Go
So
through the
funny.
thousands of emojis and see what you can come up with.
Now let's do that again.
We should.
Yeah.
We should post our old ones if we can find them
I forgot all about that.
in our Encyclopedia Britannica of text messages.
Thankfully, I screenshotted some of the best ones, but not enough of them. I feel like I did not screenshot enough of our good texts because I took them for granted thinking I could easily go back and find them, which I cannot.
No, we're not joking when we say it's hundreds a day.
Oh, so much.
Easily.
Thankfully, I have that unlimited data now.
That's all we needed.
Because before, I'm sure I was going over because of you. Worth
sorry.
it. No, worth it. Okay.
I owe you. When I retire, I'll give you some of my 401k.
It was because of you and also because we didn't have Wi-Fi in our break room at the time, and I would still watch entire hour dramas on my phone without Wi-Fi. So
That'll do it.
yeah,
That'll rack it up
we'd
real
have
fast.
a talk about that at my house. Because yes, I am 31, and yes, I am on my parents' cell phone plan because I am the new American dream. Thank you.
I hope you're listening to your undies. This is what
You're either going to be me or Becca.
Bright.
Hope that you're Becca.
But so we got off topic. Not true-ish,
obviously.
as my husband and I say. Social media. I think this would be a great time. So Instagram is obviously
I was trying to think
We
of some of my
love-
favorites.
our Instagram. I was going to say,
Yeah.
what are your favorite accounts?
I really like Gong Yoo Jin's Instagram. I just like her pictures, and Kim Sul Ji. I really like hers. I love both of those women so much. Also, who else do I love?
There's so many good ones.
G Dragon's great.
G-Dragon's great. I feel Sungri.
Oh yeah, and he posts a lot
posts
too.
regularly.
G Dragon posts his cat a lot, so I like that.
I know. Every time I see his cat, I think, oh, Megan's gonna, and then I
can
think,
see-
oh, Megan's gonna like that, and then I like scroll up, and it's like, Megan liked this already, and it's like, oh, she already saw it.
Instagram has a filter that I think it automatically is like, oh, a K-pop idol and a cat serve this to Megan at the top of her feed. Mm-hmm. Because it combines.
That's a
all I
complicated
follow.
algorithm
I
for
follow
you.
cat accounts, some food accounts, and then K-pop and K-dramas, actors and singers. That's it.
That's it.
All the GOT7 guys have really good. Pretty much all of them.
I
Young
feel
Jays
guilty
has been
because
my favorite
A lot
lately.
of my favorites are fan-based accounts.
Oh, the fan accounts, they don't even compare because fan accounts are the reason to live. I mean, they're so I told you I was going to tell you a story after you told me about your son. So we were at dinner on Saturday, and my boyfriend went to the bathroom or something, and so I'm just sitting there looking around, and there was a middle-aged lady at the bar on her phone, and she was scrolling through Instagram, and I could tell it was like people's wedding pictures and like kids and maybe a picture of the river or two, and I just thought, oh, that's so sad. I was like, what a boring Instagram feed. She needs to follow better stuff, like all the BTS meme accounts. Because what's the point of going on to Instagram if I'm not going to see 55 memes from the latest episode of Run BTS? I don't want to do it if I'm not going to see those.
So my friends not my friends. I should say this. They look oddly upon me because it's a niche thing.
It's
I get
a niche,
it.
yeah.
It's probably not for everybody. I think if more people had an open mind and were willing to try it.
Yeah.
Once again, we sound like drug dealers.
We do. And these people are they will not try it. They
Right.
will not.
They just
they
refuse.
have decided they don't want to see it. It's dumb. They've decided it's
They
weird.
really bought into the DARE program at school.
Yeah.
They're just saying no.
Say no.
They're just saying no.
The problem is they're not saying no because they know it's going to be bad for them eventually. They're saying no because they don't want to open their minds.
Right. And it's funny because when I look at my Instagram feed, I really don't even like follow a lot of my friends.
No.
Because if you're a real friend of mine, I'm talking to you regularly. Yeah. I'm getting text messages from you. Like, you're probably sending me what you're already going to post on Instagram.
Yeah.
So in a way, I'm just so thankful that my Instagram feed is so gosh darn entertaining. It's not that, I think especially as a mom, and maybe just as a woman in general, you probably feel this, but there's so much pressure to like compete.
Yes.
With other families or other women who are the same age and look what they've accomplished. It's like, I don't have that I don't have that on my social media because I only follow things that make me so happy.
It's so funny that you say that because have you listened to Dean's new song?
No.
So it's called Instagram. And he said it's basically about the pressure you feel to seem perfect and like a very specific way on social media.
Oh, that's lovely.
Yeah, so K-pop idols, they're just like us.
Except they don't wear maternity pants.
Well, the pregnant ones do. But yeah, so I mean that's a real thing. And it is. I stopped following a lot of people, a lot of Hollywood people too. Mm-hmm. Honestly, I just follow cats and
she does
K-pop.
I can attest.
I follow a lot of like foster cat people who foster kids. And it kills my soul because I can't adopt them. Anyway, this is a whole nother issue.
You have a very specific
I do. I like
Instagram
really
feed.
specific stuff. I like cats. K-pop,
and you know what?
Manatees.
That goes back to what we're saying with this whole theme of today's podcast. You do what makes you happy.
You do.
You know it. You know what? It's awesome. Here's why I love it. I feel blessed that I know what makes me happy. I feel like there's so many people out there who don't know.
Yes.
So they follow everything and they're trying to keep up with everything.
And they don't have a...
Yeah. I'm very specific. No shame in my game at all. I know what I like and I'm not afraid of it.
I also feel like I've given up on the pressure of needing to be up to date on some pop culture stuff because I really felt that way for a long time. I knew all the music coming out. I was really into indie music. I was really into movies. I was really into TV. I knew it all, and I was like trying to keep up with all of it. I've switched, so now that I'm desperately trying to keep up with everything going on with K-pop and K-dramas, and it's impossible, but I feel like it's less annoying to me because I like it better than I liked the stuff I was trying to keep up on before. I was just watching stuff because everybody was saying you should watch it, and I didn't really like it. I'm trying to think of an example, but I can't, but...
I love it.
Yeah, does that make sense?
It does.
Yeah.
I think it's just opened my eyes to a whole new world that's not in my world. I don't know how to say that, but...
It's just expanded. I think it's expanded our worlds.
Yes.
It has made our perception of the world grow.
Which you can't ask for anything better.
No,
in
it
this day and
feels like
age.
a much fuller way to live.
I think especially, we won't get into that, but I feel like there are certain areas of life where certain people, outside forces, are trying to separate people and groups and whatever. And I feel like for me, this is just a way to be like, oh my gosh, this is ridiculous. Like,
Yeah.
we are all human beings. And yeah, I just appreciate all of it.
It's just considering things on a bigger level.
I love learning from people of other cultures. Yeah, it's really enhanced
takes
my
you
life
out of
that way.
takes you out of your day to day, which can sometimes be a little bit suffocating. Again, we're not like
We're not getting
we don't
political
hate
here.
our lives
Yeah.
or anything. We're just saying this has grown our perspective.
And it also makes me grateful for everything in my life.
Yes.
Because this makes me so happy. And then I'm like, why am I so happy? Oh, because I really
I have
appreciate
so much to be
everything
happy
I have.
about.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is awesome that this can be my hobby and I don't have pressure. Yeah. It's just great. I have no other way to say it.
What we're saying is K-dramas will solve all of your problems.
Yep.
And you will never be sad again.
Yes.
Just kidding, because they will also make you very sad.
If you're a Becca and you like the super dramatic ones.
Oh my god. I don't know how
that
you
Megan
watch some of
can't
those.
even watch.
I want to know about them though, so I make Becca watches them and then I'm like, okay, tell me everything that happened and don't leave anything out. And then if it gets too intense, I'm like, no, skip that part.
Yep.
Just skip to what happens next.
And I'm happy to be that person for you.
You're really good at it.
So I thought, if you're fine with it, I thought we could end today with one more taste of K-pop. Because it was mostly K-drama centered today. And our last podcast was all about K-dramas. And I felt like we need to just add one more little plug for K-pop today.
I love it.
So Megan and I also play this game where we take a band and we say, and then we take an area of life, like Christmas gifts was one we did.
Oh
no. if the game we played that day was, if BTS members were Christmas gifts, what would they be? And then we had,
I don't even
in my
remember what we
opinion,
said.
like the funniest answers.
We were being hilarious.
We were on fire that day.
Yeah.
For us.
Yeah.
For the nerdy people that
For
we are.
who think the other one is really funny. We both think we're really funny, which is probably bad.
So I thought tonight we could do, you can pick the band. I'm going to let you pick between Big Bang and BTS.
That's the worst choice. Have you ever read The Lady and the Tiger?
Yeah.
How could you make me choose?
You just pick one, and then I'll give you the prompts, and then we're just gonna go. We're gonna finish it up here.
I feel like we're so deep into BTS right now. It would be remiss to not do BTS.
All right, so we're gonna do BTS. Mm-hmm. All right, so if BTS members were food, just like a main course, what would each member be? So I had a few thoughts. And you can throw in some suggestions here.
Oh.
Should we just go oldest to youngest?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because I needed some time to think about Jungkook.
So I thought Jin, for sure, would be like a salad full of fiber.
So dependable.
Just like that thing you know you need, but you're like, meh.
I feel like he would be something that's kind of practical, but a little bit silly. Like, why did you make it like this? Like a fruit salad with Jell-O in it. Like, you're like, I get why you made this, but like, why is it so silly? What's the Jell-O for? And then you eat it because it's delicious.
Because it's amazing.
Yeah. But I get the salad with the fiber too.
Yeah, like just that dependable thing that that you need in
is
your diet.
Is there dressing on it?
I mean, I think there's a little. It's probably vinaigrette on the side.
Oh, that sounds good.
Yeah.
All right.
That would be
classy, like Jin.
I think both of these answers are solid.
Yeah. Either way, he's kind of a salad.
Yes.
We got salad for him.
All right. For Suga.
Oh, man.
That guy is after my heart these days. I
just love him.
I just can't help it.
Love him.
I was kind of thinking that he would be like a delicious but super salty seafood, like a fish of some kind.
The first thought I had was a soft pretzel. It's like kind of bitter and really salty, but so sweet and warm and soft and nice. You can dip it in cheese.
I'm dying. I was thinking seafood.
Like fish and chips.
It's just like that thing that you're like, oh, like when you see it, you're like, oh, like I don't know how I'm feeling about the look this fish is giving me.
Does the fish still have its head?
Oh yeah.
Oh, no.
Then, at the same time, I'd be like, it's just laying there. Like it's not. What is it doing?
Sleepy.
I think you win though. I think the pretzel is a much better description.
And then it comes with like a little side of cheese because he does have that air of whimsy about him every now and then. I feel like you gotta.
But it would be hidden under the pretzel. Like, you have to dig to find it.
It's one of those pretzels stuffed with cheese. So you don't even know the cheese is there, but then you take a bite and you're like, whoa, I didn't know I got cheese too. This is the best pretzel ever.
Okay, moving on to J-Hope. I'm crying. I have tears in my eyes.
J-Hope's hard. I don't know.
I thought, it's kind of funny that you just said what you said. I thought J-Hope would be like the prettiest, brightest, fluffiest donut that you've ever seen.
It would definitely
and
be
then you would bite into it and there'd be that awesome filling where you're like,
that's a
bonus. You're like, bonus Jonas. I don't even know. That's so
a really
great.
good one. So I want to say a banana because there's like a 2-second video I took from an episode of Run BTS where J-Hope goes, banana, like that, and I randomly send it to my boyfriend sometimes. And neither of us knows why I do this, but I've been doing it for like 2 months. So
you sent it to him once when he was at my house and you weren't here, and he like picked up his phone and I was like, oh, is that Megan? And he goes, yeah, she sent me the banana thing again.
He's like, I watch it every time you send it. Right?
He does.
But I like yours better. He would be something sweet and kind of a treat.
And like with sprinkles on top.
Yeah.
Just
really visually pleasing.
Children would love it.
Aww.
Yeah. He's just such a happy guy.
He is. He would be something sweet and good. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I like that.
Okay. RM. Now this one.
My husband.
Your husband. This one had me thinking hardcore. Because I feel like he would be a food that you can't pronounce because he's so smart. It would be something really intellectual. But it would have to be a food that you could break.
So I was thinking like a jawbreaker, a hard candy.
Like something that would physically
break your teeth. Yeah. So it tastes good, but you really shouldn't eat it because it is dangerous. Some
of my favorite YouTube clips are RM destroying unintentionally breaking things. Yeah.
He's so cute.
Jawbreaker is perfect. See, you're so good at this game.
I feel like he's better than a Jawbreaker, though, because Jawbreakers don't really taste like anything. They're sort of a bogus candy. It's just a giant ball of sugar. Mm-hmm. And for some reason, kids are dumb and are like, I want this. I mean, I know I did. I was like, yeah, give me that horrible thing that I don't even like.
I have to gnaw on for a week before I make a dent.
So RM would be the world's best Jawbreaker that actually tastes delicious. Like an atomic fireball.
Oh, that sounds really
good.
I
love atomic fireballs. They also are very painful, though, and you cannot bite them. Why do they make them?
I don't know.
He's hot like an atomic fireball. Hot and will break you.
I love all of this.
I don't know if I'm doing this right.
It's our game. We can make up the rules
all
as we go.
All of my foods are borderline dessert or appetizers. I don't even have actual meals yet.
So this next one, I really needed help with. This is the one I couldn't think of a solid answer because Jimin was my original BTS bias.
Yeah, he got you hooked.
He's always got my heart, so it's hard for me to play this game with him because...
Can he be a beverage?
Sure. Why not?
I feel like he'd be like a old-timey soda. Like a cherry soda with like grenadine and maybe some ice cream in it. It's just,
but the diet kind, so your body would still look amazing.
Yeah, because you'd have to look amazing. Or even just like a nice glass of Kool-Aid, like really sweet, goes down real easy. Maybe a milkshake. It could be like a strawberry milkshake. I'm picturing him with pink hair, so all of these foods are pink in my head.
I like that a lot. The only thing that I could even remotely come up with is I thought, he'd be like a protein shake that tastes like ice cream, but it's
good
actually super good for you.
That's fair.
I was like, that might be Jimin. It's not the most sexiest answer.
Don't mean to surprise you. Never had a protein shake. I'm going to take your word for it, though, that it's good.
They're delightful.
Seems like
next time you come over, we should do it in the morning, and I will make you a protein shake.
I'm imagining that they taste like Ensure. Have you ever had that?
They taste way better than
Ensure.
I
had that when I had my wisdom teeth out, and it was not the best moment for me. Because I thought it was going to taste like a milkshake, and it tasted like...
Guys, are you listening? Life goals right here. I was drinking Ensure.
I was 30 years old when I got my wisdom teeth out. Finally, the dentist was like, yeah, it's time. This has been hurting for 4 years. Just get them out.
All right, B. This one's for Irene. What I thought of, what came to mind instantly was... Why can't I think of it now? Like a fajita. Like something at a Mexican restaurant that they set on fire at your table. And you're like, what is happening? And then it cools off and you're like, oh, this is delicious.
Like Cherry's Jubilee where they bring it out.
Yes.
And the Bananas Foster and they like set it on fire.
Yes.
I think that's much better than my answer, which was astronaut food. I was trying to think of something that was like spacey.
Kind
of like cool and weird and hard to get your hands on.
I actually think your answer makes more sense.
But I think yours is more definitive of him. It's kind of like...
Well, in my
flashy
mind, he'll
cool
always be astronaut food.
He'll always be freeze-dried potatoes. No, right. V is way too magnificent to be astronaut food.
On to your favorite, Jungkook, baby of the group. Instantly I thought Happy Meal. Like, he's the...
You thought Happy Meal. I thought a really nice steak. But I want to rescind that because I do not think of him as a piece of meat.
That is right there. That is the amazing duality of Jungkook.
Yeah,
you can think many things about him.
He would actually be something, more fun than...
he would be a Happy Meal, but with a boy toy only because he's terrified of women and he doesn't want anything to do with girls.
That's all an act. It's all an act. Do you know I saw Happy Meal toys recently and I'm so far out of being a child, I had no idea what they even were. It was like tiny furniture.
It's Shopkins.
My daughter
just got one the other day and she...
Is it just furniture? Do you just
spouting off what it was? And I was like, I don't know what these things are.
Do they talk to each other?
No.
What are we doing? What are the gender roles that we're doing now that we're just like giving them furniture? I don't understand the concept of this furniture.
We do not eat out a lot. But on the occasion that my daughter will get a Happy Meal, they'll say, if it's just me and her, is this for a boy or a girl? And I'll just go, surprise me.
Yeah. I felt like, usually I was very, I'd always get the girl toy, whatever. Mm-hmm. But I saw the little furniture and I was like, what is this even? I feel like we're being cheated. The boys got some kind of, I don't know, it was an animal thing too, but it seemed way more legit than the furniture. Again, so I don't know what this is. If there's a cool storyline behind it, I like to be enlightened, but it was just like a toilet. I think there was literally a bathroom set.
What are we preaching?
I don't know. What is this? Anyway, but yeah, so I think the Happy Meal is a good answer.
It makes me
steak,
sad.
Though.
I can see
no, because that literally
like
makes me think. I do not think of him as a piece of meat.
Like
I just
a lean, thick steak, like perfectly cooked, somewhat medium rare. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's just like it's
delightful.
It's not bad for you. It seems like it seems like what he would eat maybe, because he's really muscular and athletic, and I feel like
yes, that's
muscular dudes eat really lean steak.
So I was a farmer's daughter, and it was all about how thick is your steak and how lean is it. Like that's what people pay money for.
Whereas we literally ate at Taco Bell like every week. So I don't understand anything about what you're saying. maybe okay. If I want to think of one different one for junk food. I'm not gonna be able to think of something.
I think that's the perfect answer.
Maybe like oh, I can't say that either because it seems very phallic.
I think we just need to know that you're coming from a good place.
I'm not disgusting. I'm not a disgusting monster.
I didn't even go there. I didn't even think you were talking
trying
about
to censor
him as a piece
myself
of meat.
really because it could get weird.
Well, all we've accomplished now in this podcast today is rapid fire, which was awesome.
Yeah.
We established the reasons why our lives are enhanced because of this amazing world that we've stumbled into. And now you've made me really hungry with this game of
I am hungry
BTS
also. I really
foods.
want a soft pretzel.
I really want a Yoongi right now.
As a very quick side note to all of this, if you are just getting into this world and you love it and it's making your life better, look forward to more of that. Also look forward to the negatives, which are you will be obsessed sometimes. Mm-hmm. You will feel very sad and lonely sometimes. And also you will stop doing things you're supposed to do in your daily life. But those are minor side effects, I think, of a much greater good.
I feel like you just gave like a Surgeon General's warning to watching K-dramas.
Yeah.
All of which are true.
Will kill you.
Yeah.
But
it'll
feel real good before you die. It's mostly great. There are a couple things that are questionable, but worth it.
It's fine. Yeah, we're grown women.
We are.
We can make our own decisions at this point in our lives.
Mostly. Let me call my mom and make sure that that's true. But anyway, as always, let us know what you think on Twitter at Noonia Business, Facebook at Noonia Business. You can email us, Becca at Noonia Business or Megan at Noonia Business, both the easy spellings. A huge thanks to Who Arted for all of our podcast equipment and sponsoring us. And catch us next week. We're going to have a good one next week.
We're excited. We do have some fun things coming up. We've got some interviews set up that we're pretty pumped for. If you have any suggestions, like Megan said, please let us know.
We're here.
We love to talk to people. So reach out to us.
Let us know what foods you think BTS
I would love to know. If anybody
like
is listening, please let us know what foods you think BTS is.
You could give us some good answers. So.
Yeah. We'll play this again next time.
This is a really fun game.
We'll do a different band.
Yeah.
And I'll do a much, much more fun topic. But yeah, foods is a good place to start.
We got to look up some of our old ones because they were good.
I think we should do Big Bang and if they were alcoholic beverages.
Oh my God.
Maybe that's what we'll do. So stay tuned, everybody. We'll talk to you next week.
Bye.